good afternoon, dear students. Hope so you are fine and taking due care of yourself. My dear students, as yesterday we have started our Unit 3, that is Chapter 3. The name of the chapter is Atom and Molecule. Okay. In this particular chapter, we are going to study all those points which is very important to understand how atom is combining and forming molecule. As yesterday in my overview chapter, I have cleared you about that what we are going to study. So let's start. First, before going to start, let me tell you about some of the things related to our this chapter, that is atom and molecule, in which basically we have done in the chemistry chapter the last two chapter, that is matter and the classification of matter, in which solid, liquid, gases are the basic classification of matter. Then we have studied that all the matters which is physically they are classified into solid, liquid, gas, and chemically matter is classified into pure and mixture. And in mixture we have done three types of mixture: solution, suspension, and colloids. And in suspension, solution, and colloids, we studied that we can filter those mixture from each other. Okay, so now what is matter? Basically matter is that which occupy space and have mass. Basically now question raised in our mind that basically matter is made up of what? When this question came in our mind, matter is made up, yeah, all the material that is surrounded by us is made up of what? Then answer is it is made up of atom. Okay, so it means that all the matter is made up of atom. If we will tell about the history of atom, so it started from the ancient India and Greek philosopher. They regarded as matter is the tiny particles. Matter is composed of tiny particles. In 500 BC, an Indian philosopher, Maharishi Kannad, he postulates that if we go on dividing this matter, then we will get smaller and smaller and smallest particle, which is ultimately beget this particle which cannot be further divided. Okay, from there the first time it came in our mind, it came in people's mind that matter is not the smallest particle. Matter can be divided into smallest particle. That smallest particle of matter is called atom. We will get smaller and smaller particles, and at that time that Maharishi Kannad, he named this indivisible particle as a Parmanu. Okay, once again, Maharishi Kannad in 500 VC, he was an Indian philosopher. He was the first person who told that matter can be divided into smaller to smallest, and which can be converted into smallest particle, that is called Parmanu. And around the same period, then 400-500 BC, ancient Greek philosopher now, Democritus and Leucippus. Democritus and Leucippus are the two persons. They put forward the same idea, and they are called the smallest indivisible particle, atom. वो दो पर्सन ऐसे थे जिन्होंने सबसे पहले परमाणु को एटम के नाम से बुलाया. एंड द मीनिंग ऑफ एटम इज अनकटेबल. अनकटेबल मीन वी कैन नॉट कट smallest than this. Indian philosopher Pakuda Katayama, he was further postulated the atom, which may not exist freely in some cases, and but exist in the combined state, which to give different type of matter also. So he was the first philosopher who told that the atom can be combined, and it will not always the atom will be present in the free state only. It can found in our nature in the combined state also, which is called matter. Up to 18th century there were no experimental work to support the above philosophical ideas. वो सिर्फ philosophy थी. Philosophy क्या होती है? That I thought, and it came in my mind, and I put my theory in front of people. Okay, and people are start believing with the help of philosophy, which sometime what is happening, some people are saying something to you and you like that that person is telling right without doing any experiment and without doing any practical experience. So that thing is called philosophy. Then the first person who scientifically introduced the atom in chemistry's world, that was the person who is on your screen. The name of this person is Antoine L. Lavoisier. Antoine L. Lavoisier, dear students, he is famously known as the father of modern chemistry. Father of modern chemistry. Why he is recognized as father of modern chemistry? You know, it means that he did some very good contribution in the field of chemistry. The one of the contribution was that he, as I told, he told us about the atom. So atom, Antoine Laurent de Lavoisier is the full name. 26th August 1743 to 8th May 1794 he was a French nobleman and a chemist. He centralized in 18th century the chemical revolution and a large influence on both the history of chemistry and biology. Basically, Antoine Lavoisier laid the foundation of chemical science by establishing two important laws. Those important laws will help us to understand that how atom will combine and it will form a molecule. Okay, and because of those molecules, we are getting new substance in our daily life. As you know that chemistry is the subject which deals with the subject of changes. Okay, whatever changes are going on right now, when I am going to teach you right now, so many changes are occurring in our surrounding also. Those study of those changes, that is known as chemistry. So next is law of chemical combination. He has given two laws of chemical combination. As we studied that first law of chemical combination, law of conservation of mass, and second is law of constant proportion. So my dear students, it is my request that you need to learn these two laws and you need to understand these two laws. First law is law of conservation of mass. Okay, so as we will study law of conservation of mass, Antoine Lavoisier, a French chemist or scientist, established the theory of law of conservation of mass. According to this, the law is what? It is the mass can neither be created nor be destroyed in a chemical reaction. Whatever chemical combine, their products will come from the mass of the reactant. It means that the mass of reactant never neither created nor destroyed, only transfer from one form to another. Like if water is made up of H2 and O2, suppose let me take the example of water. If H2 will react with O2 and will give H2O, so when valence, two molecule of now one hydrogen have 1 gram, so it means that two hydrogen will give 2 gram and 2 H2 will have 4 gram. So total 4 gram of H2 will combine with 16. One oxygen is 16, so 2 oxygen will be 32 gram. So 4 plus 32, total 36 gram. So you will find later on the water, 2 molecule of water is also having 36 gram. So this is the very simple example that prove that the law of conservation of mass. Okay. Next is law of constant proportion. Law of constant proportion is what now? It is the, let me take a little bit zoom. It is what? It is the law which is known as, which is first law of constant proportion states that the chemical compound always contains exactly the same proportion of element by mass. It means that it is the law which states that the law of definite proportion. It is given by Joseph Louis Proust, and in this law he told that all the molecules, that those who are combining, these molecules will combine with the fixed ratio. Okay, so next is John Dalton. He was the second scientist after Antoine Lavoisier. He is the just second scientist whose contribution was remarkable, and we cannot forget his contribution. John Dalton, 6 September 1766 to 27 July 1844. He was an English chemist, metallurgist and physicist. He is best known for his pioneering work in the development of modern atomic theory and his research into color blindness. So please, dear students, recognize the face of this gentleman. This is John Dalton, whose contribution was remarkable in the field of modern chemistry. So he has given some of the main points related to atom. He was the first scientist who has given the atomic theory. Okay, in his atomic theory, he told about atoms. It is the theory. Rest of things were the philosophy. Now this is the first theory. In his first theory, the elements are made of extremely small particle, which is called atom. He was the first scientist who told that elements are made up of extremely small particle, which is called atom. Second, atoms of given element are identical in size, mass and other properties. Third, atoms of different element differ in size, mass and other properties. fourth, atoms cannot be subdivided, created or destroyed. It is like mass of conservation. Conservation of mass can neither be created nor be destroyed. Similar way, atom cannot be subdivided, it cannot be created, it cannot be destroyed. Next, atom of different element. Now those atom which is making different element combine in a simple whole number ratio to form chemical compound. This is the second law, that is law of constant proportion. Now last theory is, in chemical reaction atom are combined, separated and rearranged. Okay, so basically dear students, whenever you are talking about chemical reaction, so in a chemical reaction what things are reacting? It is chemicals. And basically what are chemicals? Chemicals are atoms. When two or more than two atoms are combining, it is forming a product. This product is called a molecule. So it means that this is the theory, this was the theory with the help of which theory we understood that the atoms are the basic unit, atoms are the basic things which make elements and molecules and compounds in future, okay, by combining with the fixed ratio. So those atoms cannot be divided, it cannot be created, because it is the smallest part, and that atom, it is forming compound. So these all things we came to know right now. So we came to know because we have books, but before written in the books, it was John Dalton who has given in his atomic theory all this information. From this theory now we come to know what is the basic feature of atom. Okay, so now what is an atom? This is the first question. Now we studied about the history of atom. Now first question that come in our mind is, what is an atom? So basically atom can be defined as the smallest particle of matter. It can be defined as the smallest particle of matter that take part in a chemical reaction. All type of chemical reaction, whatever you will study in future, all type of chemical reaction, the basic smallest particle of those chemical reaction is atom. Okay, and now question is that how big are atom? One video I have shared you yesterday, in which it was shown that in animated that the atom is very small particle. It cannot be seen with the visible naked eye. It only can see with the help of microscope. It means that the atom size is very very small. We cannot see it in the normal eyesight. We need to see this under the compact or high advanced microscope. So atom are very small. They are smaller than anything that we can imagine or compare. Okay, so basically if we will see, so atoms, characteristics of atom, I am going to end after this. Characteristics of atom. Atom is the smallest particle of matter. Dear student, you need to learn this. Atom is the smallest particle of matter. All elements are made up of tiny particle which is called atom. Atoms are very small in size and cannot be seen through naked eyes. Atom doesn't exist in free state in nature, but atom takes part in chemical reaction also. The properties of matter totally depending upon the characteristics of atom. Atom are the building block of element. Like your building is made up of a brick, similar way the material is made up of a atom, and these are combining together to form a building. The size of atom is indicated by its radius, and in ancient time atom were considered indivisible particles. So these are the basic characteristics of atom. So what we did characteristic of atom today. We did what is atom and how big is the atom. We did that main points of Dalton's atomic theory, where he has told us about the information of atom. Then the remarkable contribution of John Dalton. We studied that law of constant proportion and law of conservation of mass, which is given by Antoine Lavoisier. He was the known as father of modern chemistry. Okay, so now dear students, as you know that in the end always I am asking some of the questions to you. So today's question is, you need to tell the name of scientist who is known as father of modern chemistry. And second, what remarkable contribution John Dalton has. Dear students, hope so you understood today's video, and you got those two questions which I have asked in this video. So please write down these answer, give these answer and send it to me, and keep on watching these videos. Watch this video 2 times, 3 times until you will not understand the process. Okay, so dear students, it is my appeal that before going to leave, now suppose today is Wednesday, now next Monday our chemistry class is there. So between these 3 days it can be the case you are forgetting everything. So please, you have your book, you read the chapter and read the chapter from the beginning, introduction to up to law of chemical combination, law of conservation of mass, John Dalton, and all the topic. Okay, read and do solve the in-text question. do solve the in-text question. Okay, so till my next video, take care, stay home, stay safe, and I wish that you are enjoying our classes, our digital classes. But biggest challenge is that we are not understanding whether we are not getting that whether you are understanding or not. For that purpose, please make your small video after watching our this long video or detailed video, make a crispy video and just input your reflection that what you are understanding. Okay, hope so. You will take care. Thank you. Have a nice day.